Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe. Man, probably the best game of the whole weekend. Well, toss up. I really like Rams Bears, but this Bills Broncos, we're all standing by wondering the same thing. Can somehow Josh Allen put the Bills on his back and get over the hump against this Denver Broncos team? If you want every play across every sport, go to breaktheboardsports.com right now. There's a half off. It's a $32.99 at the bottom. Every play, every sport the next 30 days. If we're not up a minimum 5 units, then you get all the way through the Final Four for free, every play, every sport. Now, important to have multiple betting outlets, and here's why. This line is different no matter where you look. There's some pick'ems over at FanDuel. It's got the Bills -1.5. Over at DraftKings, it's got the Broncos -1.5. So a little all over the place. Right now, Bills getting a lot of the early love. 58% ticket count, 62% of the handle going to the Buffalo Bills. 42% ticket count, 38% of the handle going to the Denver Broncos. Now your total set's 45.5, which is really interesting because the Bills defense has been better as of late. I've been very critical of Josh McDermott, or Mike McDermott rather. And then the Broncos, we know how elite their defense is, but 45.5 is the total. 51% of ticket count and 51% of the handle is on the over. 49% ticket count, 49% of the handle to the under. So the over-under, flip a quarter here as far as that goes. Now, Denver comes in 14-3. The Buffalo Bills come in 13-5. Denver, the number one seed, they had off last week, obviously, with the bye. The Buffalo Bills, it took Josh Allen Herculean effort for them to get past the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was all Josh Allen all the time in that one as they won 27-24. Allen leading the comeback there down at the end of the game to get past the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you look at this game, as far as injury, a lot going on with Buffalo. Now, Pryor's out. So a lot of stuff or Poyer, not Pryor, Poyer, the safety is out. So really going to have to, it's going to be a by committee thing here. Buffalo's got their hands full. There's no other way to say it. Now, Buffalo's won 6 of their last 7. That only loss coming to Philly 13-12, a game they really never should have lost. Denver, again, they've been picture perfect here as of late. Over their last 10 games, 9-1. The only loss coming at home, and it's their only home loss in almost 2 years, with the Jacksonville Jaguars being them 34-20. Jacksonville really putting it on them. Now, these two teams met last year in the playoffs, if you remember, in Buffalo, and Buffalo put it on them 31-7. Now Denver's back for revenge on their side. When you dig into the stats of this game, Buffalo, again, they go from 28 points per game, 28.2, but on the road, they're only averaging 25.2 points per game, as to where Denver at home averaging 25.6. So from an offensive standpoint, they're right there with each other. Now, Buffalo, 6th best scoring defense on the road, giving up 19.8 points per game, as to where Denver giving up 17.8. So when you net it all out, about a 2-point advantage, which is why you saw that line for Denver come back -1.5. I'm sure a bunch of people hopped on the +1.5 early. I'm sure they teased it. Now the weather not going to be an issue here. 3:30 local time, 4:30 East Coast time, 47 degrees, sunny skies, going to be good weather, right? So good weather. Don't have to really factor that into the handicap. Buffalo, we talked about this, 6-1 straight up their last 7. Against Denver, they're 4-1 straight up against the Broncos the last 5 matchups. And over the last 9, the Bills are 8-1 ATS. Buffalo's also 4-1 their last 5 on the road, 4-1 ATS against Denver on the road. So when they are in Denver, 4-1 ATS, Buffalo has beaten the last 6 AFC opponents outright, so 6-0 there to that. And Buffalo's played to the over 4 of their last 6. Now, the Broncos have also played to the over 4 of their last 6. Broncos struggled to cover as of late, 2-4 ATS their last 6, but they're 13-1 their last 14. Again, the only blemish coming there against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 9-1 at home this year. Denver, again, we talked about it. When playing at home against Buffalo, just 1-4 ATS, but Denver they've just like Buffalo, they've kind of ran through the AFC 8-1. Now for Denver on the injury front, nothing has changed. They had a week to get healthy. I don't know how that works with the young quarterback in Bo Nix. Obviously, this game's going to come down to, can Buffalo really get some pressure? And without Poyer, their safety, man, Buffalo was already down. I mean, they were down Oliver, down this, that. Buffalo didn't get a lot of a pass rush on Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence just made some errant throws. Bosa's going to have to get home for the Buffalo Bills here. They're going to have to get sacks. They're going to have to create some chaos for Bo Nix. Now, the one thing is, I'm a big Sean Payton fan, but I'll say this: Sean Payton has a good way of kind of mucking stuff up sometimes by calling weird plays that don't really need to be called. So we'll see. Does he try to get fancy with that and whatnot? Denver at home throws for 243.7 yards per game, as to where Buffalo has the number one defense against the pass on the road. They give up 147.7 points per game. Again, Bo Nix's legs, that can be a problem too. I know we give a lot of credit to Josh Allen. I'm a big Josh Allen homer, but Bo Nix can scoot. He's good at extending plays. He's good at making things happen. Also, Denver rushes the ball 123 yards a game, and that's really where they're going to have to live. Buffalo, the 31st ranked defense in the National Football League on the road, giving up 149.7 yards per game on the ground. Not very good. Now, Denver, number one rushing defense at home, 88.4 points per game, as to where the Bills bring in the number two ranked rushing offense on the road, 165.9 yards per game. That's really the tale. The running game, right? Like, I think Bo Nix is going to perform. I do think he'll throw some errant throws. Josh Allen, how does that Denver defense handle Josh Allen? I'm really, really curious about this, because that, to me, if Josh Allen is able to carry Buffalo, and I really believe he's going to have to carry Buffalo, Denver should take Shakir out of the game. That should be the guy they focus on. Cook really couldn't get going. The Jaguars stuffed him last week. If the Bills can't run the football, Denver wins the game. It's just, and if Buffalo can't stop Denver running the football, I mean, that's really where it's at. I think in the trenches here, toting the rock is where this game's going to come down to. Now, I haven't gotten to the window on a side, but now that the Bills flipped to the dog, I took a 7-point teaser. The Buffalo Bills plus 8.5 with the San Francisco 49ers plus 14.5 on Saturday. I really love that bet. I think it's locked and loaded. And I also took a 10-point teaser. The Buffalo Bills plus 11.5, the San Francisco 49ers plus 17.5, and I took the Chicago Bears plus 13.5. So took 3 dogs, teased them up. Again, did very well on those, minus the Chargers last week. Again, go to breaktheboardsports.com. We'll have all the plays for you for this weekend, all sports, whether you fade or follow. I hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.